Microsoft Corp's earnings easily surpassed estimates on Tuesday, but shares still fell in after-hours trading following a string of record closing prices. Microsoft MSFT, plus 0.16% on Tuesday, reported fiscal third quarter earnings of $15.46 billion, or $2.03 a share, up from $1.40 a share a year ago, with profit buttressed by a $620 million net income tax benefit. Without that tax gain, Microsoft would have reported earnings of $1.95 a share, still ahead of estimates. Revenue for the quarter was $41.7 billion, up from $33.06 billion in the same quarter last year. Analysts on average expected earnings of $1.78 a share on sales of $41.04 billion, according to FactSet. Shares fell more than 3% in after-hours trading immediately following the release of the report, though those losses lessened later in the extended session, after Microsoft issued quarterly guidance that beat analyst estimates. Analysts suggested Tuesday afternoon that Wall Street expected a bigger revenue beat from Microsoft, with Evercore ISI analysts writing in a note that the top-line beat was perhaps a bit below buy-side expectations, and Wedbush analyst Dan Ives writing that the stock was selling off after hours in knee-jerk fashion as the street was hoping for a bigger top-line beat. The stock had closed at a record high for a third consecutive session, with a 0.2% daily gain to $261.97. Microsoft stock is on track for its sixth consecutive positive month, which would be its strongest run since an 8-month streak that ended in January 2020. Microsoft shares have largely been trading at or near record highs for months, amid strong gains for personal computer sales, collaboration software and cloud computing adoption during the COVID-19 pandemic. In the holiday season, Microsoft surpassed $40 billion in quarterly sales and $15 billion in quarterly profit for the first time, pushing shares to a then record. It repeated the performance in the first calendar quarter of 2021, though revenue came up short of the record holiday quarter sales. Microsoft's cloud computing product, Azure, grew sales 50% in the first 3 months of the year, the company disclosed. Microsoft does not provide raw numbers for Azure performance, unlike rivals like Amazon.com Inc., SAMZN, plus 0.25% Amazon Web Services and Alphabet Inc., SGOOG, minus 0.84% Google, minus 0.82% Google Cloud. The segment that includes Azure, which also wraps in sales of on-premises servers and other businesses, reported total revenue of $15.1 billion, up from $12.28 billion a year ago. Analysts on average expected Intelligent Cloud sales of $14.93 billion, according to FactSet. Microsoft's Productivity and Business Solutions segment, which includes Office and other cloud software products, reported revenue of $13.6 billion, up from $11.74 billion a year ago. Analysts on average expected sales of $13.49 billion, according to FactSet.